You know that Microsoft has a very close relationship with OpenAI. They have invested $10 billion into the AI company. Microsoft has just released a free alternative to Canva called Microsoft Designer, leveraging the power of generative AI. You can give it a try at designer.microsoft.com. There are two interesting aspects in Microsoft's tool compared to other generative AI solutions. One, the output is a blend of AI-generated images and stock images, as you can see here on the right-hand side. And the output features text elements which you can't expect out of the box from Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, which are focused on the image itself. Let's have a look at the workflow inside Microsoft Designer versus Canva. So I'm here inside Microsoft Designer and I will type a prompt into this box. An Instagram post about the wonders of generative AI. I will be the example. And I will copy the prompt because we will also use it in Canva. Let's go. So here are a few suggestions. So it's pretty standard, I would say, but as you can see, you have the text which is already placed on the image. So if I open this one, for instance, I can customize the design. I can move the text around, I can change the font, and I can obviously add some other elements. And you see here the visual that was picked by Microsoft Designer for me. And there are other alternatives, new ideas here on the right hand side. So for instance, if you want something more like a quote, you can use this one, you can use that one, you see, and you always have the text on top of the image. So if I go inside Canva now and I type here the same prompt into their text to image tool, so it's a tool which you can add to your feature set if you are a pro user in Canva, text to image. It's using Stable Diffusion behind the scenes, but with some abstracted styles. So I can choose, for instance, let's say the dreamy style here, and I can create a square image with this prompt. So let's create the image. In this case, we will only have the image, so we won't have the text, but it's pretty easy to add some text using Canva, obviously. The images are more interesting in a way. They were fully generated using AI, using Stable Diffusion. So it's interesting that, yes, we've got this lady on 3 of the suggestions about the wonders of generative AI. We could try another style, like filmic, for instance. Create again. And then when we are happy with the results, we can just pick the image and drag it to the box on the right hand side. Yeah, this one is quite fun. So let's put it there. We can make it bigger. Or we can even, I guess we can even drag it fully there to have it in the background. And then we can add some text using the usual text tool of Canva. So it can be one of those fun combinations, or just some text that we add there. So let's say we pick the glow one here. As you can see here, we now have AI right there. So the workflow in Canva doesn't include out of the box the font, the text on top of the images, but it's easy to add them, and the images are clearly more interesting. But it's nice to see that Microsoft tries to compete with Canva, leveraging their investment in OpenAI.